Hi guys, it's Ankita. Welcome to another video. Today I am outside, as you can see. I'm currently on a trail in Armstrong State Park, and there are beautiful redwoods here. And there's a small creek behind me, which you can probably hear. I will try to edit it, but if I'm not able to, please bear with me. Today, I'm really excited to talk about a book that I recently read, and that's The Other Bennet Sister. This is a book for lovers of Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. If you have read that book or watched the movie, and if you enjoyed that, I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy this book. Because in this book, we follow the story of Mary Bennet, who is the middle sister. And in Pride and Prejudice, there's not much about Mary. And in this book, we find out all about her and we follow her story. So like I said, in this book, we follow Mary Bennet, who is the least pretty of all the sisters. And she is constantly reminded of this fact by her mother, Mrs. Bennet, who is very vain and is quite focused on aesthetics. And Mary is also indirectly reminded about it, about her plainness. Is that a word? I don't know. But she's reminded about it by other members of the Bennet family, indirectly. And despite of being subdued and always criticized by her mother and other members of the society, she finds herself. She has to discover herself. And she becomes an avid reader, and she eventually meets like-minded people. So while adhering to the conventions of the times in which Mary lived, where women were not expected to be forward or progressive, they were expected to be demure, Mary transforms herself into a woman who finds true love and happiness. I love how this book offers a different perspective of all the characters from Pride and Prejudice. For example, the relationship between Lizzie and Darcy from the perspective of Mary is very different than what we have always known to be like from Pride and Prejudice. Also, other characters, for example, Mr. Bennet and the relationship between Mr. Bennet and Mrs. Bennet. All of these are questioned, and it just casts a new light on these characters and their relationships. And I love how it was so difficult for me to tell whether this book is written by Janice Hadlow or Jane Austen. I think the author has done a really great job in keeping true to the tone of Jane Austen. And I'm not a big fan of books that are based on characters written by other authors, but I really love this book. And I think this book, like for me, Pride and Prejudice has always seemed like a fairy tale story. It has a fairy tale, it has a good ending, but this one, it doesn't have a bad ending, but it felt more realistic and also relatable, because not everyone in the world is like Elizabeth Bennet. Not everyone is Jane Bennet. And not everyone meets their Darcy. So yeah, this was more realistic, relatable, and I really enjoyed it. It's a story of a woman who finds her voice, who is strong-willed and knows that she deserves to find true love. The only criticism I have about this book is that it's a bit long, but I listened to the audiobook and I absolutely enjoyed it. So I highly recommend it to you if you are a fan of Jane Austen's books. If you already read this book, do let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you next time. Until then, au revoir.